All right, this is the north side of the property, north fire pit. I was able to do all this with Big Mo tractor, and then I was even able to get up here all the way up this rock wall with Big Mo. It's grown back a little since then. I may come back, hit it again, but I think it's good for now. The north side. I was also able to get Big Mo about most of the way up this hill, and it did most of the work down there on the west side below the house. But I had to get the weed whacker closer to the rocks and everything. This is the northeast corner of the property, including this stacked rock wall dating back to the 1880s. So this section I was able to do with Lil Mo, the robot mower, and an electric stream trimmer, about 50-50 I'd say. This is the east side of the property, or the house, really not the whole property, but you see a lot got done up here. I was actually able to get the tractor up here and did a fair bit of this with the tractor and the flail mower. I was surprised, but it seemed pretty safe and was able to do quite a bit. Used the robot mower for some of it, and then around the rocks and the trees had to use the string trimmer. One other thing you'll notice as we go is that all these trees have been limbed up, we call it, meaning that any branches that are 6 feet or lower have been clipped out of there. So if a fire were to come through here, the grass is on fire, shouldn't be able to reach the branches. Oh, here's one I missed. It's probably dead. Let's see. Yep, that one's a goner. Okay. Limbed up. That's another part of the fire defense. This is from the south side of the property. I was able to get most of this with the tractor. Worked out good. You can see I was also popping some rocks, I call it. These little guys were hiding below the surface. You can see the gray part that was visible, just that one edge of it. The rest of it was underground, but my new stump bucket did a great job popping these rocks. I'm going to move them and use them for another project. Here's one that I haven't been able to get out. This is the one big whale of a rock in there that doesn't want to go. I might have to just bury it and leave it there. This slope part between where I'm at and the road here had to do with electric weed whacker. I think next year I'll get a little mow out here. He can handle most of these slopes. Obviously not the trees or the rocks, and you can't get too close to the edge. I'd hate to see an expensive robot tractor go off that edge. I'd give it enough hard use as it is. This is the southwest portion of the weed whacking. Again, check out all the trees I've limbed up. Should help the fire danger, and it makes the trees look better, I think. Got some ones to do off in the distance, some big ones, but save that for the winter. This was all Big Mo, almost all. Used the weed whacker around the rocks and up under the oleanders, but this was the first Big Mo videos, and it worked out good. You can see it's started to grow back some, but that's about as big as it's going to get. I think I'll leave it and hit it again next year. Forgot to mention the driving range. I didn't count that in hours, since that's more just goofing around and recreational as opposed to fire mitigation. But did all that with Big Mo. Handles the hill just fine and made quick work of it. Did kick up a lot of dust though, so hopefully the neighbors aren't too PO'd at me. But see if I can find it here. The green one's 50 yards, Blue one's 100 yards. The orange one's 150 yards. And that fence is about 215. So I don't use my driver for that, but I do work on my irons out here from time to time. And now that I'm done weed whacking, I'll have more time for that. Yay. And lastly, this is up by the house. Wanted to show you the slope above the oleanders. That grass was tall and thick, and believe me, weed whacking on a steep slope like this isn't a whole lot of fun. So I split it up into a couple of days and got her done. These are the tools for this year's weed whacking, affectionately known as Lil Mo, the Mo Raider S1 all-wheel drive remote control mower. It's called Big Mo, the John Deere 3038E with a Frontier flail mower 1061. Did a lot of good work with that this year for the first time. This is a Ryobi corded string trimmer with 200 feet of heavy duty cord. It can be heavy dragging around. And also a Milwaukee M18 weed whacker. Both of these are beasts. The one difference is the Milwaukee batteries don't last very long. So maybe 5, 10, 20 minutes depending on how many batteries you have and what the charge is.